Hello Libra, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Lesley Ormsby and I'm a psychic medium, a healer, a teacher of spiritual and mystical things and so much more. And so part of that so much more is I do these reads. So I am doing the monthly read for August 2020 at the moment now. And so it is the 29th of July 2020 that I'm recording this. So this will probably, well not probably, it will blend into your August one as well. So for this week, and then we'll get back to the weekly ones, and you know, and follow through with what come through for this read and for August for you, just to give you a little bit of an outline or a forecast, or just maybe even clarification of what might be coming up for you that you've intuitively picked up on, or excuse me, you may be like going through this process right now, or you know, the story may be unfolding with you right now at this moment, but it might help you to also which, you know, give a bit of more clarification or confirmation, but for you for this future, even though you are traveling for the near future through August, even though you're traveling through it now. So there may be something like intuitive you're picking up in the night, and just knowing that you're heading in the best direction for you at this moment, with either one thing or accumulation of things. Gosh, a communion of things. So or community of things. It depends on what is going on around you. Okay, so I just want to say these reads are suitable for those of you who are watching for your sign, whether it's in your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign. So welcome to this channel. If you're watching too, if you're a cross watcher and watching for somebody else that you know who is connected to Virgo. Virgo. Why do I say Virgo? There may be someone that's in Virgo that you know of. Actually, so I'm just not going to throw that out the window for Libra. Okay, just correcting that. Getting back on track. So, so if you don't know what your other signs are, check in the description box below. There is a link to a website that has a free calculator. Excuse me. A calculator that is free, and we'll work that out for you. So the other thing is, also if you're wanting to book a reading or a healing session with me, or a session to help you shift like in a mentor-ish sort of way, or you know, healing, I call it healing as well, depending on what is going on, to help you shift something, please give me a call or message me, and my details are in the description box below as well. So this week, or this month, for this month's readings, messages, I'm going to be using the Sacred Earth Oracle, and of course my trusty tarot deck that I have here. And the angels have, with these cards here, the ones that we've created together with different messages that are coming through, also have popped in and said they're wanting to, pass some messages on as well. So at the moment, I'm connecting with a lot with the Atlantean energy who's coming through with me or for me lately, more so than ever. So, and some other Pleiadian energies as well that are working through me. So my messages are quite universal as well as can be quite specific. So so you may notice my energy change, which you will do with the readings that are coming up, and the messages that are coming up, not just in this one, but in the future, how they will be. They'll still be similar, but it's kind of like with different energies popping in. Okay, cool. So let me see. They're just clearing my throat. So some of you may be going through something, and I have got a processing through the ends of a cold, but I say processing because there has been some things that I have been working through, like spiritually myself as well, and as in, with the work that I'm doing, things are changing with me, and I'm changing as well, developing, evolving as well with everything around me, and within me as well. So it's like similar sort of thing with you as well, and well, not all of you, some of you will be going through a similar sort of thing, and just knowing that that often at times when we're processing, we can find ourselves feeling a little bit under the weather with cold, or, you know, cold-like symptoms or flu-like symptoms, and not actually have the flu as per se. Now, I'm not saying that it isn't or is, but, you know, it. But if you are feeling a little bit worried about it, then absolutely go and see a doctor. Or something like that, and just to double check to keep your, you know, just for peace of mind if you're inclined that way. But for me, it's usually something, it's something that I can work through, and I know that for me. So if you know that for you, that's wonderful. If you're a little bit unsure, or it may be going on for far too long, there may be some deeper inner work, and that's going on there that you're needing to do. But also, you know, it wouldn't hurt to go and check out with a doctor, because you may be like lacking something, a mineral or a vitamin or something like that, that can help not explain everything, but partially something or partially as well. So they're just wanting to mention that as well. So that can bring you back more into balance. So the first card I'm hearing of that's come out, which is interesting, is the card Balance. So this is about finding balance for you. Balance energetically wise, balance mentally, emotionally, physically, you know, wise. It's about getting that, you know, coming into balance into you in that mind, body, spirit, soul sort of energy, okay, way of thinking and being. And I'm just seeing these two energies here, like just kind of like floating, but not floating, but finding some balance, okay? So there's the yin and the yang there kind of as well. And there's just like, you know, this union together, but and staying grounded. There's quite a few things in there, but what I'm feeling is there's this floatingness there, but it's just finding the balance between, you know, grounded, you know, being grounded, and being and connecting into Mother Earth and Sky Father, basically, okay, or the heavenly energies, or out there, the universe is, you know, in that sense, whichever way you look at it, but it's about finding balance, keeping grounded within yourself, okay. And there's also something about brushing, you know, maybe doing some healing with you to help clear that balance, you know, to find that balance. There may be something that you're sitting on your shoulders that you are not, you may be holding on to. So there may be a little bit of healing, and that may be what some of this spiritual work or evolvement is about, is processing and finding that balance within you. So there'll probably be a little bit more. Some of you may have already gone through this, or maybe going through this, but there'll probably, I would say, be more coming through this month, and more in your face, but in a different way, okay? In a different way to what it has been. So like, because I'm hearing evolvement from that, so it's like you've come to a point at the end of a phase in something that you've processed, but it's like there's a new cycle of something else in a deeper way, or a more superficial way, that's coming up for you, depending on where you are, or what is going on with you. But there'll be another, you know, another phase of whatever that I'm picking will come up, okay? Because we have this card here, and it's stretch. And while you're going with it, and there's a little, okay, there's what I'm hearing is like physically stretching is really good. Yoga like type stretches, or just, you know, stretching, and meditation, just to, like, stretching is really good, because it takes us into a space where we are connecting with ourselves, and we're listening to our body, and we're being more aware of what it is that is around us when we do the yoga type stretches, or any sort of stretches. So whether you bring yoga, or do yoga, or meditation, or anything like that, that will be really helpful. But I feel like there's a little bit of a stretch to go, which is kind of where they were going with before, when I was saying that there's a feeling that there's a little bit more to do with a, excuse me, with something that is going on with you, like the next phase. So there's a little bit more of a stretch for some of you this month, that going into this month and throughout this month. But for some of you, it'll be a little bit longer as well. So, but it's like not looking at it as a negative thing. It's like, yeah, okay, I don't really want to go through that. But the thing is, like, if you have a think about now what you're feeling like now to what you were, a lot more enlightened, a lot more lighter, and a lot more, you know, feeling a lot better within yourself. Then we have the next card here, which is really but waiting. So there's this, you know, there's like when we're working through things and processing things, there's something ready and waiting there for you. But you're actually working towards it, and it's really within you. Okay, it's like you are ready and waiting to feel and be and do and have and give all that you want to, you know, do it all. Want to be, do, have, and give in your life. And experience in your life, and it's like, but in a different way to how you have experienced it, because you'll be more knowing about what's going on, more ready for it, and more ready for you, more ready for the experience, more ready for the love, more ready for the ups and the downs, you know, of things like that. You know, that's what they're going. That they're not so much just the ups, but the downs as well. So it's kind of like learning to that, you know. Without each other, you know, with both the ups and the downs, it brings about a sense of wholeness within us. Okay, because we have a different, we learn and we have an understanding about both, and actually, you know, they're both required to bring us to the person who we who we are, who we want to be, you know, or who we can be as well. So this is the last card that's fallen out is heat. Now it's in reverse, so there may be some of you, I feel like you may be taking some of the heat and within a situation, and it's like there's no need for you to take. So there's kind of like, I notice I come away from the camera, so it's like stepping away from that, moving away from that. I feel like there's something that you're moving away from with that, so there's some sort of resistance in allowing yourself to move away from it. So it's like, yep, feel the heat, process it, and check out if it's yours or if it's somebody else's. If it's somebody else's, let it go. Move away from it. If it's yours, then figure it out. Also, I feel like heat, I'm feeling like heat for some of you, maybe temperature-wise. And I'm just drawing to the back here, this angel's back, and the heart chakra part. So some of you may be feeling a little bit, because I'm feeling like if you've got in the shoulders and the back of the neck or the back of the head, maybe there may be something going on there where a heat compress may be really helpful to relieve some of that pain, and to soothe it, or some of the aches as well. And so, you know, sometimes it just helps. Okay, so now I'm just going to go, I'm not sure exactly where that's going. It's kind of hasn't flowed how I thought it was going to flow, but there's a lot of bits and pieces that are there that are coming up. So hopefully you'll make sense of that. And so, like I say, as always, not everybody is going, it's not always going to resonate with you, all of it. This month may not, but next month may be more so. But some of you will get maybe some of it, and others of you will understand the whole lot. So, but like I say, just let this month unfold and see what happens, and what has come up with the reads. Okay, Libra. New beginnings and mental activity. So this is the Page of Swords. So, you know, I feel like this is you. And there is a new beginning of that, because you are this sign, you know, you are the air sign. So there's a new beginning in the way that you're thinking or communicating as well, and that mental activity through some of the things that you've taken notice of with yourself, within yourself, and processed. And then we have the King of Swords that's come out with this next lot. So I'm going to do like this one here. So I'm going to lay them out so in the week. So it doesn't mean that just because I've laid them out in these weeks that they're going to follow suit, but there's a story that's going on unfolding over here, unfolding. And then we have the an authority figure who is firm but fair with the King of Swords. So there's something, you know, that's going on, and I feel that may be like you bringing out that side of you, being more so being more so with yourself. I'm hearing like some of you is maybe beating yourselves up, but it may be that you actually take on this role as well for yourself, as in taking charge of what is going to happen in your life right now or in the near future. How does that look? So it means that there's like communicating your thoughts and ideas and asserting your power as well, but in the most, obviously the most amazing, lovingly way that you can, for the greater good of one and all. How that with, you know, with that in the background. So excuse me for continuing, you know, clearing my throat. So there may be something that's going on with you with clearing your throat and speaking up, because I wasn't feeling like this before. There's a sense of it that's drawn me to this, to his feet is the cushion and the redness of it. And so it seems to me to be like he's feeling grounded within himself. And the butterfly in the chest is like grounding and, you know, balancing the heart chakra. Is kind of where I'm going, being drawn to is in there as well. So there may be a sense of more groundedness with you, and you've come to this place where you're feeling more being more fair with yourself, but being more firm with yourself, and not allowing yourself to get away with other mental activity that doesn't serve you any purpose. So it's like you're not buying into somebody else's bull crap, basically. Excuse me. So there could be something that's, you know, like, because I've got the Eight of Pentacles there. So there's something new, a change. With this mental activity, I feel like there's been some sort of resistance in a way with change. And resistance in the sense that it's not a negative thing. Resistance is not negative. So when I say that, don't ever take it as a negative, because it's all about growth. It's about, sometimes we hold off from things and because we're not sure about it. So to put it another way, until we start to feel more sure about it, or, you know, make it and you know, more sure about it, and then we can make our mind up as to which way we're going to go. But there's something there that's about learning new skills this month, or allowing yourself to venture into that, to begin to learn more, you know, new skills, so you can move into something that's different, because there seems to be a change, you know, a much needed change or required change in that's coming through. And also, like, well, a sense of urgency, or a sense of, you know what, I really need to do this sort of thing now. It feels more right than ever. It may be that you're feeling like you're getting kicked out of a job, or you're getting kicked out of some sort of employment. Not that you are, but some of you may be. But some of you may be having that feeling that, you know, it's like, I think I'm over this, you know, or I think it's really time for me to move on. And it could be something within your business that you're already doing, that it's like, maybe it's time for you to do something else in your business, or leave that, you know, or sell that business, or move on to that business, and or grow that business, depending on what it is for you. Some of you will be working on your family, like what are you maybe wanting to grow your family, and it's like, right, this is time, when, you know, and you maybe have figured out that actually no time's the right time, any time's the right time, and there could be a better time for different things, but finances are better, but it's like, how long are you going to wait? There's that sort of thing that may be coming up for you. So some of you may be making decisions, and that way it's planning for the future with your family, whether you are in the beginnings of making a family, or whether you're at the, you know, you're at the, you know, all your children have flown the, you know, the coop, and it's time to, you know, you may be looking at retiring somewhere else, selling it, moving somewhere else. It's, I don't know, there's a few scenarios going on there, but somewhere along the line, it's the Eight of Pentacles has come up. And so whatever you're doing, what you've been thinking is obviously, to me at the moment, is centered around finances, and how that looks, how that, you know, how that could be, how you can support yourself and your family. And that's pretty cool at the moment. But it could be something else for some others of you, okay? So just remember to, however this story pans out for you, it's yours, you know, it may not actually be exactly the same. So there may be something, these cards, I've always shuffled these cards before, but they're feeling a little bit sticky and a little bit gluggy. So there may be something that's been going on with you in the past, you know, the last few months or so, that's been a little bit sticky and a little bit gluggy. However, I do feel like with you following, because I'm just getting this now with the King of Pentacles, that somebody may come in who has this King of Pentacles energy. But I feel like some of that is like that energy that's within you, because it's like in learning these new skills, I feel like this King of Pentacles is showing up, is telling you that whatever it is, you are going to be able to, you know, achieve that prosperity in abundance with this King of Pentacles showing up here, and this financial security and stability. So that's kind of where they're looking at that for you. Cool. So it's keeping on get with those plans and ideas and following your intuition and feeling the love and doing it anyway. And usually, like with, you know, when there's something that's, you know, when I look at things and when I'm feeling a little bit fearful, I always ask myself, what am I afraid of? And, you know, even more so in these last 10, 15 years. And then I'll weigh it up. So usually it's, for me, it's like if I'm a little bit afraid of something, then I'm going to go along and do it, or look at it, investigate a little bit further, especially more so nowadays, because I've realized that actually, like especially in these last 10, like I say, 15 years, that it's usually what I most need to do. And having like read a lot more of how other people are thinking and doing that, do this sort of work, and who are mentors and stuff like that, they have or do mentorship and that sort of thing. It's like there's a similar theme that they too look at fear mostly as being a tool to, especially like you, when you have a fear of like doing something and, you know, out of your comfort zone. So it's like, okay, so it could be that you may be needing to strategize things. That's where they're kind of going there with that. That's where they're heading. It's not maybe that just dropping everything and going. There is partially that for some situations and making that move, but it's maybe dropping some things or by the way, and exchanging them for something else that's more in line to where you fear or feel is fearful, where you most likely need to go. Okay, so there's something about that. So it's just, yes, creating a strategy. It's not always about, you know, just dropping things and wandering off and doing it impulsively. So the impulse may be to start doing some research about it, or start making some plans about, you know, with it, about it, for it, whatever it is. And then we have the Five of Swords, accept the limits of both victory and defeat. So we're coming back around. So this is kind of like, in a sense, clear, you know, a little bit of clarity for the first row of cards. And there's the swords there again. So I feel like that's once again you there. And it's like, but I'm just feeling like there's just been finding balance in there as well. So there's something about this with this new beginnings that that you know, accepting both the limits of victory and defeat, but it's being humble about it, okay? But it's not being like egotistical about it. And I don't feel, some of you may start to go there, it's like, oh well, you know, blah blah blah, I told you so, da da da, and it's like, and you may walk off something. But others of you, I feel like maybe more feeling a little bit more balanced about it. And with the Five of Swords, whether you're feeling a little bit defeated or whether you're feeling a little bit victorious about it, either way, whichever way you go. But there's that sense of like, okay, I've been there, done that, sorted it. So there's a sense of closure about it, and looking at it that way and moving forward with the next part of your phase, okay? So that's where I feel like some of that new beginnings and that mental activity is about there for some of you. Maybe all of you in some way or form. Then we have the next card is the Knight of Wands, which is a fire sign. Gosh, it's getting less with me clearing my throat. But, okay, so there's an authority figure that's firm but fear under the King of Swords. So there's something that's moving with this Knight of Wands that I feel that is starting to take some more action, because the Knight of Wands is about energy and action towards what it is that you're wanting to create, or what you may have been processing towards, and it's like here now for you to do that. So and it's just like the journey that you've had to take, like with many of us, with myself as well, with doing many things in my life. It's just an unfolding because we grow into it. So, and I just do feel like, though, there's a sense of urgency with this one as well, because this energy and action with the Knight of Wands, he's like, he got his staff up and he's galloping. The horse is not rearing in a negative way, but he's galloping, moving forward. So there's something about taking action. Oh gosh, well, it's like less, my throat is starting to like, not as, or my, oops, there you go. So we have the High Priestess as well. So she's a bit like a shaker and a mover, and with this Eight of Pentacles. So there may be, it's like there is a turning point with this learning of new skills and the Eight of Pentacles. So with her, and she's bringing out, I feel like she's bringing out some things because she's like about secrets revealed and mysteries uncovered. So I feel like she's bringing out, helping you to bring out these tools and this deeper inner knowledge and wisdom that you've accumulated, not just in this lifetime, but also in other lifetimes that you've experienced, that is starting to come through. But also some of the learnings that you have had along the way that you've tucked away. And I feel like it's more ready now to come out this month. And you just start building on something. So anyway, okay, we've got all these cards that have fallen out. And I just feel like okay. So first of all, we have the Ten of Wands. Okay, so there's something about, something has come to an end. Definitely need to, and about oppressive burdens and that. But you've gathered them all up, and that's it. And it's sorted. They're ready to go. Then we have the Love of Luxury with the Queen of the theme, which is the theme of the Queen of Pentacles. So she's there. She's ready to go. She's showing you that actually you can achieve whatever it is. You're sitting in your throne. You've worked hard. You do work hard to where you've come to, from where you've been to where you come, and throughout your whole life. And so they're kind of like just moving along here. Then we have this stay in that joy, optimism space and clarity, because you're going to get that clarity of vision. I feel like that's there now more so for you to accomplish everything that's been laid out here so far. The Two of Swords has popped up in there with this tension and anxiety. So then you may be of two minds at some point in there about where or what or why you're going to, how you're going to do that. But then the Five of Wands comes in, and they're talking about not struggling, and about struggle and frustration with this Two of Swords and that. So what are they hearing about? What I'm hearing in there, because I've got the Judgment card, is some sort of resurrection and resolution. So there's something that you need to free yourself of. Okay, and that's where this Judgment card has come in, and resolve once and for all, and to let go of something or someone, or about yourself, or about someone, or about a situation, because it's like because it'll get in the way of where you're wanting to go, or feeling like you're needing to go. And there seems to be some sort of struggle and tension again with the Chariot about making a decision that might come up which I'm picking probably will come up again as you're going through this process, because you may be thinking a little bit, not so much self-doubt, but a little bit of that and a little bit of this and a little bit of that, because it's something like you're going, for some of you, it may be going right outside of your comfort zone, and it might be something totally different. For others of you, it may be something that you're doing on your own. And it could be that you're going on a spiritual journey as well, and that could be what it is. Or some of you, you're changing your lifestyle in a way, and in a different way. Now there's a second set here with 4 come out, so this may be more you. So inner strength with the 9 of Wands has popped out. So some of you may be really needing to dig deep through this month to pull that out. But then we have, and along with that, because there's something that's coming to an end. with that, because the Nine of Swords is used for me, or the nines is about a completion of a cycle, or you're nearly there, moving into the 10. But that's, you know, that the Wands is about, you know, that passion, that motivation, and there's so some ideas that maybe that you've held off on, or you've not quite got there or started to, is something that's come to an end anyway, about what your lack of motivation may be for some of you. Or your lack of passion is like having a turning around. And then we have the Cups, the Ace of Cups, which is, you know, a new beginnings emotionally. So that could go either way, though. Could be a not so good thing. It could be a good thing. However, that's your choice, you know. But that's where I feel like that inner strength, you know, comes in there. So there's something that some of you may be working through, and you may be coming through to the end of that. So then we have the Two of Cups after the Ace of Cups. So there's something to do with friendship. So there may be a friendship that's coming in, or someone that's coming in that can help, that will help you through this time. But I do actually feel like with the, because the Two of Cups is about feelings and emotions, it could be that, but this is, I feel like, it's more about building that friendship with yourself, loving yourself, okay, as well. And then the Star, okay, the Star is here, bringing in that hope and inspiration. And that's where there's the friendship that you may be, or friendships that that you may be bringing, that coming in will be helpful, or maybe that inspiration to, and give you that hope and inspiration as well. Cool. Excuse me. Okay, so then we have Archangel Michael wants to say a few words, and I'm just aware of my time here. And so that me saying that, I'm just like now, because it's like when they maybe take note of the time, it may be something that you may be aware of yourself, of time. And I've just gone from that way to that way, so this side here now. So it may be something that a distance sort of thing for you. Oh, try saying no and see what happens, is the message from Archangel Michael. I'm just going to pop that there. So there may be something there that's for you, some of you, and you are the one who holds the key. Okay, as well. Just what he's wanting to share with you. Just remind you, and I think that most of these cards have been here, that are here, are doing the same. I'm being drawn to that ready but waiting card again. Oh, okay. Let's see what L wants to share with you. Oopsie daisy. Rightio, find your truth in the matter, know it, then make your choice. Okay, there we go. And I'll just pop those up there. And then use crystals to keep your energy in a place of love with whatever you are manifesting. Okay, oh, there we go. The light's not so bad back here. Cool. Okay, make a decision. Are you in or out? Either way, it's about your truth right now, okay? And I couldn't say that any plainer myself, okay? So that one's from, these are from Archangel Raphael. Okay, anyway, I'm going to leave it there with you beautiful Librians. I was going to say Librans, actually, not Librians, but Librans. So thank you very much once again for following me and or subscribing to my channel. And I just take this opportunity to invite you to subscribe to my channel and on my Facebook page as well. And it'll just allow you to keep up to date with with what unfolds from this next week for you, okay, to help you on your way, through your way, on your way, whichever way you like to look at it. Anyway, I feel like really quite chilled now. That's pretty cool. And I'm going to leave you with my guides' love, lots of love, peace, harmony. My spiritual team and I will leave you with lots of love, peace, harmony, and joy, excitement and adventure for this next month. And we'll see you next week for the weekly. Okay, bye for now.